Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy, also 205 numbers after the name. A little Super Smash Brothers here, man. My apologies for skipping round one, but I honestly just forgot to hit record. And that happens. That is the technical glitch of the jour, is when you just don't hit record and you thought you did. And you're like, what the hell? And I had to really go around Ridley, so I really want to redo it. I'm like, whatever, man. I'll just keep it over here, man. So Ridley, finally in the game. You're going to notice I'm kind of going through the new characters first on here and going through with the old eventually. Gotta go backwards in order now that I've unlocked everybody. Ridley is interesting to say the least. I really enjoyed playing as Ridley. He's really strong. It's one of those characters that, you know, it's always been rumored since like Melee that he was gonna be in there, I think, or maybe like Brawl was the first one that was gonna be in there, and to the point where like people wanted Ridley in there. I don't know. I generally don't think most of these people that want Ridley has even played a Metroid game. Like, he's a character. Like, I don't know. Like, Samus to me never had like a main antagonist. I guess Ridley would be that main antagonist that appears in multiple games and stuff like that. But I don't like. It's not like the dude's like always like doing stuff in these games. Like, you just fight him one point and that's that. Like, it's kind of a rat. So to me, Samus has never had a main antagonist. It's always been like every game kind of its own little separate thing. Even though Ridley would be that main occurring character, I guess. Even though I guess the Metroid is like the, you know, the damn game that the damn thing that the game's named after, I guess. But then again, Metroid helps her out at some points. A little bit confusing over there. There's a ton of Metroid, so it's not as much of an individual character. A little bit dicey there. So I never really had the we need to put Ridley in this game thing in here. I always thought Banjo-Kazooie would kind of be the character that like you have to like put in. It's like, all right, how will we not get this guy? Like, just to remember that in 64 days, but obviously it's the whole Microsoft connection, so that's a little bit different. But Ridley was never one that I'm like, yo, you need Ridley. But I'm also not the kind of guy that's like, yo, you need to put this thing in. I'm cool with letting Sakurai this team do whatever the hell they want. They know what I want better than I know what I want. Like, that's how good these motherfuckers are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Edited kind of with their version of that. But Ridley is tight, man. He's a really strong character. I found all his A moves to be good. I found his down B and his side B to like pretty strong moves. He's definitely a character that I enjoy using. He's got that little bit of a flying ability as well that kind of helps you stay like in stage and whatnot. And you'll notice I kind of like get through things like kind of quickly. Now, Meta Knight is an interesting person to fight here because he reveals a little bit of what Ridley's weaknesses kind of are, which is he's slow. He's not like slow to the point where he's unplayable slow though, but he is slower than like characters. So a character like Meta Knight, if you're using him well, you could really just up and dodge everything, up and attack everything, kind of like stay a step ahead of Ridley at all points because Ridley's just a little bit slower. But overall, I mean, I think it's a pretty strong character. I think one of the main things that like the Sakurai team would say when they didn't add him was they're just too big. Like, how the hell do we get this guy who like in the games is huge to be on here? And I think it's the biggest character in the game. And I had to keep playing after this. I was like, well, what do you mean, yo? And I probably should have used the ticket on it, but whatever. I wasn't that interested. I was like, what do you mean I'm just gonna die to this damn little star thing? Number one, like most OP item, yo, is a star thing. Well, I don't know, number one over here, but it's definitely OP. Like, that star thing is crazy. You just go like in its general direction. You go. Like, if it's placed right. If it's not placed right, then nah. But if it's placed right, then you just go. I put that little fireball action there for my man Ridley. But the number one issue is that he's too big. And like, how do we fit him like to scale? And I think they did a great job with that. I think he still has that feeling of he's pretty big. Like, he's definitely just taller than all these other guys. He's got weight to him. Like, you really feel the weight on Ridley. And it's one of the things I really like about video games, man, is the ability to kind of like feel weight or to kind of feel like height and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of crazy that like a game can make you feel like weight. Like, this character has weight to it. When it's artificial, like it's not even like a thing, but it's just that feeling that you have of controlling them. There's like a certain way, and you kind of could see it like pretty good in this like bonus stage here of like just how like much weight he is, but how agile you could be with him at a little point. I honestly, if you come out anything with this video, is try Ridley. Like, he's a very strong character, and I think a very good character used in the game. Not easily to knock off the stage either because of that way, which is always like a plus to me. It's why like I can never. And I guess Kirby has that replayability, but I never really play as too many light characters. Like, Fox is the lightest I'll go, and Fox to me is kind of a medium in terms of lightness. I'm not, you know, I don't have any like statistical numbers to prove this, so that's a whole nother like separate section over there that if you guys want to watch somebody that could break down all like the damn numbers on like how the Smash Brothers thing works. I'm not gonna do that. Damn, I should have got those coins. I still had enough time. Whatever. But in terms of weight, Fox is probably about the lightest as I could go. You know, a lot of people play Kirby and they like name Kirby and stuff. But to me, it's just like he's always so easy to push around. I know you can fly back on the stage to like Infinity and Beyond, but I was never a fan of that. But Ridley, to me, you kind of fly off back in the stage at a good amount. You put in some serious damage with your attacks. You have that kind of weight that allows you to stay on and not like fly off as often. So it's pretty tight over here. I don't even remember how the hell I did. I probably died against the Master and Crazy, and I usually die. But look at that. I evaded that one. When he uses that like blue thingy, like the laser thing, if you could kind of avoid like where that initial kind of like impression is coming from, you really put yourself at an advantage, man, because you get some good licks in over here, man. And this is so far a masterclass as to how to play these guys. I don't think it ends this way. I can tell you that right there. But it's a masterclass how to play these guys. And ideally, you like to get them, I guess, both hurt like at the same time or whatever. This one is a little bit difficult now. Really, I was able to avoid it for like a little bit. But it's tough because like when he does that like kind of laser thing, it always ends up going up in the air and up in the ground. And that's like kind of tough. Down A over there. His down A is beast. I mean, all of Ridley's like A attacks are like so strong, man. Like they put in some serious work, man. Shout out to my man Ridley. Yo, I appreciate it. Believe me, I'm not like just sucking up because he's like a new character, anything like that. There'll be characters here that I use, and I'm like still confused at. I'm trying to think of one, for example. I used the Inklings the other day, and I don't necessarily think that they're bad. I just didn't even know like fully what was happening. I'm like, hold up, like what's going on? Oh, I gotta refuel this pack thing. Oh, it's like Splatoon. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't play Splatoon though, so like, oh okay, this is kind of foreign to me. I'm not really 100% sure what's happening. So there'll be some negativity over here as well, man. But it's all a matter of preferences. Some people like Ridley, some people won't. Some people like Dr. Mario, some people don't. Some people like Fox, some people don't. Matter of preferences, man. That's what makes Smash such a great game over here, man. So we managed to put a serious dent over here. If I would have used the gold ticket before, we could have got another 9.9. But 9.8 is pretty damn good, man. Hope you guys enjoy the weekend.